If you ask me what tactics was deployed by these teams, I'm not an expert in tactics or anything. I'll just share my views on what I saw, and I'm not going to pretend to be, to know more than what the coaches did. But what I saw in this game was how PSG were using their wingers to outrun or outwit Bayern Munich. Because looking at how Bayern Munich always plays, they attack you with both their left and right defensive players. So Davis will be attacking you, or Stanisic will also be attacking you. So they always trust that they will keep the ball more. So at the end of the day, they are relying on Upamecano and Jonathan Tah to keep the defense for them. And then Kimmich will keep the base while Pavlovic will move forward together with the attack. So the hope is that they will keep the ball more. But I think what PSG accepted in this game was that they knew that they would not be able to, in terms of possession, even though they have Vitinha and João Neves and the rest, they would not be able to outplay Bayern Munich in terms of keeping the ball. So they allowed them to have the ball, keeping in mind that they have wingers who can outrun PSG if they get the ball. So that is Hakimi. If anytime they got the ball, you could see that there was always a hole behind the 2 and the 3 position, because Jonathan Tah and the other defender, only Upamecano, had to just keep the 4 and 5 position. And you know Dembele and Kvaratskhelia, how fast they are, and then Doué also. So that was what they were doing. So they allowed Bayern Munich to keep the ball more. So if you realize, in the early minutes of the game, Bayern were dominating play. In fact, Bayern should have gone up by 2 or 3 goals before PSG came into the game. So that tactics really helped them. As for Bayern, they trust in their ability to keep the ball and then overloading the right and the left hand side of the opponent's defense. So you are having Olise, who is coming with Stanisic, and you have Diaz, who is coming with either Davis or whoever is playing there later on, Lamé, who came in, who is coming on the left side. And then in the middle, you have Musiala, Pavlovic, and Harry Kane coming in the middle. And that is what would drain the energy out of you. But I think PSG handled themselves well, trying to keep the pressure from the defense and then hitting Bayern Munich on the counter. It worked very well for them. And eventually they led by 5-2. Now the question is, it got into their head. I think that they over-celebrated that 5-2, forgetting that over the weekend, Bayern were down by 3-0 first half. Second half, they came to equalize and won the game by 4-3. So I think that PSG did their job, but I think when the 5th goal came, they over-celebrated and they forgot that Bayern is not a team that goes down easily. Bayern fights to the end. That is how I've seen them. And that's why they were able to get 2 goals back. Yeah. So that's what I think happened as far as the tactics is concerned. In the second leg, I think it will even be much more open game, because there's no way 1 goal lead will survive you if you want to defend for 90 minutes.